So I'm not even hiding the fact that I'm pre-filming and bothering to change my shirt. So you're gonna get used to the pink shirt. Plus it's really comfortable and I just like wearing comfy clothing, so yay. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be my April book haul. I was going to call this my spring book haul, but then I realized I had one in February and March. But since I already had that, this is just my April book haul. So these are just books that I accumulated in April, which is actually a lot more than I thought I did, or should have maybe. But I have a little pile here. And I'm also going to include some Funko Pops I picked up at the end of April at Comic-Con. So I'm going to include those because I decided not to do a con haul because I don't go all crazy at cons and, you know, dish out money. So I didn't have enough worth for a con haul, but I will post some pictures of some bookmarks and some art and stuff I picked up at the expo at the Comic-Con. So, and I'll link some of the artists in there that way. So if you want to see some of the bookmarks I picked up, I'll put it on Instagram. So without further ado, here are the books and the pops I picked up in April. So the first, I'm just going to talk about the pops, and the first pop that I got that I was really excited for, and actually I wasn't even intending to get this pop, but I went to the Comic-Con, my closest Comic-Con in Western Canada, and yes, I don't give out locations, but I went to Comic-Con and Linda Larkin was there, who is the speaking voice of Princess Jasmine. So as a Disney nerd, and especially as a Disney princess nerd, I was really excited. And I'm going to tell you guys, with celebrities, I don't get choked up, I don't get fangirly, they're people, and they're people I appreciate and I want to thank for their art and their job and their presentation of stuff that I liked. So that's what I kind of think about when I go see them. I actually got choked up meeting Linda Larkin because I remembered how much the movie Aladdin meant to me as a kid, and a lot of those things meant to me as a kid. So I had to keep it together because I was meeting a Disney princess. So to get a photo with her, you had to buy an autograph. So I got her to autograph my Princess Jasmine pop, which I picked up at a booth before I went and saw her. And yes, the pop is out of the box, you guys. Collectors, everybody take a breath. I don't keep stuff in boxes. I never have as a child. Any collectible Barbies, any special toys were never kept in a box. And that same goes for my Funkos. I like them out of the box. But I do keep the box on display because it is signed by Princess Jasmine, or her speaking voice. So I got that signed and it stays on top of my shelf on display, unlike the rest of my Funko boxes, which are lying around and need to get put away. So I picked up this really cute Princess Jasmine. She's adorable, and I got her box signed. So with Funko Pops at Comic-Con, they're everywhere, and I was trying not to go ballistic and just buy all I wanted. So I focused on one collection, and that's what I kind of do for every con, is I go for one collection. So right now I'm working on my Disney princesses, and the one collection I really liked is these stylized kind of dancing princesses. So I was focusing on these stylized princesses, and now I've almost completed them. I just need Cinderella in the plain, because I have her in the clear sparkly special edition. So I got Tiana, and originally I did not like the Tiana pop. I did not like her green dress at the end of the film. This was actually my favorite dress in the film of her, so I was really excited when they did this pop. They did her in my favorite dress, so bonus points. And then I got Rapunzel because she's just gorgeous, and I love her hair, and I love the fact that it's braided and she's dancing. So I got these two pops. Now with Funko Pops, retail wise, they run about $12 to $15 here in Canada, and for some reason at Comic-Con they just like to explode the price because you have a contained audience. So I was thrifty and was browsing all of the booths and price comparing of who had the cheapest pops. So I refused to pay over $16 for a pop, so I bought Rapunzel for $16. Tiana was $5, you guys. $5 for a pop was mind-blowing. She's my bargain shop of the day, and I keep bragging about it because I rarely ever find a pop for $5. This was exciting. So those are the new little pop princess additions to my princess pop party, and now I'm just going to show you the books that I got in April. So book shopping kind of launched for me with some bargain book shopping. When I go to Value Village or thrift stores, I always check out the book sections, because if there's books I'm interested in but I don't want to invest in brand new books of them, I'll see if I can find them somewhere. If not, then I just won't pick them up. And one of those books was Reboot by Amy Tintera. I've heard decent things about it. I've heard mixed reviews about it. It sounded interesting. It's a dystopian. I'm not overly crazy about dystopians anymore, but I'd still be interested in reading a dystopian, so I picked it up because it was only like $3, $3.99 for a hardback, so I thought, why not? But the next book I found at Value Village almost gave me a heart attack, and I had no one to celebrate with, and I was walking around the aisles talking to my mom and my sister about how excited I was, and nobody cared because I found Cress, the hardback of Cress, for $5.99 at Value Village. And I was so pumped, and there was nobody around who was happy for me. So I was happy for myself, and I was really excited because I bought Cress. And I thought, if I can find one, I'll find the rest of them. And that's just kind of that excitement and that joy I had of finally finding one out in the wild in secondhand bookstores. So it just made me really happy. So that kind of launched me into some book shopping. Now, because I bought Cress, I decided to do a Lunar Chronicles reread, but I did not want to wait for winter and Stars Above for my library. So I went out and bought brand new copies of them because I want them in hardback. This is a series I want so desperately in hardback. So I went out and just bought Winter and just bit the bullet and bought Winter. And then I bought Stars Above. And now all I need now is Scarlet and Cinder in hardback. I have Cinder in paperback, but I need it in hardback. I'll have the entire series if I just find Scarlet and Cinder, and it'll be complete. But now I have Winter, and now I have Stars Above, and it makes me very, very happy. The next two books I bought specifically for the Book Buddy-a-thon. So I didn't do a Book Buddy-a-thon wrap-up because I didn't do very well. So I'll just include those books into my wrap-up at the end of May and talk about those. But these ones I bought for the Book Buddy-a-thon, which I did with Felicia from Little Prairie Library. We did decently. It was really fun to do it with her and talk about the book with her. But I think we were both really busy. We didn't get the chance to talk as much as we wanted to. And I didn't really vlog it because I don't have a camera for vlogging or the ability to vlog. So hopefully in the future I'll be able to do readathons with a lot more dedication. But I ended up buying The Girl of Ink and Stars by Karen Milgard Hargrave. This is the UK edition because the North American version is actually called The Cartographer's Daughter, and I prefer this title and this book. This is a really pretty book. It's got maps, and the hardback is no longer available at all. I think you have to go to Abe's Books or whatever to find the hardback for some reason. So I have the paperback, and I really like just how it's done. It's beautiful. It's got a lot of artwork on the pages. Got some maps in between. Very pretty book. I enjoyed the book, and I will talk about it more in my wrap-up. But this was the book that Felicia and I buddy read together because I bought it for her for Christmas this past year. So we noticed we both wanted to read it, so we read it together. The next book was a sequel, and a highly anticipated sequel, and one I just wanted to kind of throw into the Book Buddy-a-thon, and that was Umberland by Wendy Spinelli, or Spinell, I don't know how to say her name. I was so excited for this book, and it did not disappoint. It was a little darker than the first one. Like I said, I'll talk about more in my wrap-up, and I did finish this for the Book Buddy-a-thon. I loved it. The only thing I hate about it is that they did not fold the dust jacket properly. Like, I creased it because I was trying to fix it. It didn't work. If you saw my Instagram story, they didn't fold the dust jacket so that it actually lines up on the spine, which it looks like it's doing now, which is frustrating because I wanted to show you my frustration. But yeah, so it's an Alice in Wonderland steampunk retelling, the sequel to Everland. It was really good. Talk about more in my wrap up. The book is beautiful. I highly recommend this series so far. It was so good. It's a little darker, like I said, but I had to have it, so I went to the store and just picked it up because I needed it to be mine. And last but not least was a book that I was really surprised about. I had taken it from the library and read it, and I ended up really enjoying it, and I decided this is a retelling I need to own, and that is Hunted by Megan Spooner. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I did a full-length review for it, so I'll link it somewhere here for you guys to check out. I really enjoyed this. It was a fascinating story. It was a really original and really fascinating take on Beauty and the Beast. And I talk about this more in my review, so you guys can check that out. But I decided I wanted to own it because of the time frame I had to read it was really rushed. And I feel this is one I would want to take more time on. So I think if I own it, then I'll be able to take my time on reading it and enjoy it a lot more. So I bought it. Plus it's just really pretty shimmery cover, and I don't know, I'm trying to make it shimmer. It's really pretty, and I like hardbacks. So I try to buy books before their paperbacks come out and before their hardbacks become hard to find, like I did with the Lunar Chronicles. So I try to do that. If I really want a book, I'll try to buy the hardcover. So those are all the books I got in April, and the pops I added from Comic-Con in April. It was a good book month, and any books from here on in that I buy or get in May to maybe July, I'm going to include in a big summer haul because I don't anticipate buying a lot of books, but I didn't anticipate buying books in April, and look what happened. So we'll see. I might do a summer haul kind of midsummer. Anyway, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.